Today, we're making Franken beans. You've been asking me what to do with all these dried legumes, and I think going with a classic is a great way to tackle this problem. Beans are one of the most affordable sources of protein, and they're good for the environment. Plus, their cost is extremely low. Franken beans. It's kind of funny when I say that. Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. Welcome to Struggle Meals. We're gonna make some Franken beans. I like it because my name is in there, and also it's delicious. We are starting with pink beans, pretty interchangeable with pinto beans, but you know, a little bit different. And we're gonna change up the soak, rinse, simmer method just a little bit. Here they are soaked, but we're gonna cook them in the sauce rather than alone. Coming in, and they are getting rinsed. Now, they're ready to cook with all the flavors. We start with bacon. It's gonna give us the base to the dish. We're looking for little crispy bits on the bacon, but not too much. But also we're looking for the fat to render out, and that has happened, and that means we can come in and cook the onion in the bacon fat. Oh, baby! All right, stir it up. The beautiful thing about this is we don't have to add any oil because the bacon fat is the fat for the dish. That's why it's super important that you start with the bacon, because you need to render that fat out. Hitting it with some salt right now, but you don't have to go totally insane because bacon is pretty salty. Some peppy pep. Some mixy wicks. Onions are looking good, and it is time to drop the stock. Drop the stock! So that's some beef stock, nice and hearty. We're gonna add some water to it, sort of dilute it a bit. Our beans are gonna go right into this. So rather than cooking the beans in just water with aromatics, we are cooking the beans in all kinds of stuff. I'm talking ketchup, and mustard. Oh, so much flavor. A decent amount of brown sugar. And molasses. But if you only have brown sugar, just double up on that. Corn syrup works too. And some smoked paprika. Oh, baby. And finally, to balance out all that sweetness, some white vinegar. 1, 2. And we're gonna cook this in the oven for 4.5 hours. I know it seems like a long time, but it's really good. The heat's gonna hit from all sides. So in the oven it goes. See you boys later. Our beans are simmering. What about the Frank part? I mean, I'm here, but I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You could use hot dog, you could use sausage. Today I'm using kielbasa. And what's really amazing about this whole Franken beans thing is that I'm able to afford 2 meats today, bacon and kielbasa. How did I do it? The answer is simple. Dried beans are super affordable. So affordable that I can spend money on 2 meats. So let's chop this up. Here we go. You cut it however your heart desires. Let's get that kielbasa in there. Ah, smells delicious. Like the oven's done its work. All right. Oh, ooh, beans are looking really dope. Kielbasa, 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 kielbasa. Stir it around. So the kielbasa is already cooked, much like hot dogs. So I'm gonna put it back in the oven for about a half hour just so it warms up. Whoa! All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, yes, I'm serving it up. Franken beans. Hup. Oh, yes. Homemade Franken beans. I mean, yeah. Let's see how the kielbasa is. It's very good. So there we have homemade Franken beans, $1.27 per serving. And honestly, if we went meat-free, the price would be even lower. I think that the beauty of going to the bulk aisle and starting with dried beans is that you're able to put more luxurious ingredients in there. That is the ingenuity of Franken beans Struggle Meals style.